in Taraba State. The Senior Special Assistant to the Governor of Taraba State on Youth Affairs, in collaboration with the Special Advisor, Youth Empowerment and the National Youth Council of Nigeria, Taraba State Chapter, invites all youth groups in the state to register for Taraba State Youth Transformation Initiative. Registration is free. The Taraba Youth Transformation Initiative is strategically designed to identify and equip youth groups with skills to enhance youth development. Registration will take place in all the 168 political wards in Taraba State. Registration starts 31st of March 2025. Venue: all local government secretariats across the state. Don't miss out. Register your youth groups today and take a step towards unlocking your full potentials. Join us and let's build a brighter future for Taraba youths. Ambassador Emmanuel George, JP, SSA, Youth Affairs, Announcer.
No matter how long you live, you cannot learn it all. You can only do your best because you know go feed you all. So if you want to criticize me, go.
Attention Taraba! Here is a public service announcement to all youth groups and organizations in Taraba State. The Senior Special Assistant to the Governor of Taraba State on Youth Affairs, in collaboration with the Special Advisor, Youth
Do you need loan to grow your business? At Taraba Business Development Center, we offer both business and personal loan with flexible repayment plan. We are located in different parts of Taraba State. Jalingo branch, opposite Civil Service Commission, 183 Amarua Way, 090-3134-4333. Zing branch, Zenith Bank agent beside College of Education, Zing, 070-3125-2559. Are you a businessman or woman? Do you need loan to grow your business? At Taraba Business Development Center, we offer both business and personal loan with flexible repayment plan. We are located in different parts of Taraba State. Jalingo branch, opposite Civil Service Commission, 183 Amarua Way, 090-3134-4333. Zing branch, Zenith Bank agent beside College of Education, Zing, 070-3125-2559.
The Financial Services Regulation Coordinating Committee, FSRCC, in collaboration with the National Broadcasting Commission, NBC, wishes to draw the attention of the public to the worrisome increase in the activities of illegal financial operators, IFOs, which threaten public trust and the stability of the Nigerian financial system. The FSRCC and NBC hereby advises the general public to refrain from dealing with unlicensed financial operators who deceive individuals with unrealistically high investment returns. Make sure to verify the licensing status of such companies and schemes on this website. To report any suspicions of illicit financial activities, call
Good morning, Nigeria. Welcome to the Morning Show, your darling breakfast television programs that bring to you analysis of trending stories as they appear on the cover pages of the Nigerian newspaper. And at the top of it, we bring you other segments such as the pigeon segments of the Morning Show. Then we top it up with the discussions and analysis of trending issues in Taraba State and the Northeast Nigeria. I am your anchor for this morning, Ira Daniel Kukui. With me in the studio this morning is a very important person, a public affairs commentator, Doctor. You're welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. Good morning.
How was your night?
Fantastic.
The weather is
It's friendly.
It's friendly. Well, let's see. Maybe you're staying in an apartment where you don't know how harsh the weather is for.
I think I'm privileged.
All right. We thank God for that. All right, we are going to go straight to the matters of emergency rule beyond 6 months. Council tells President Tinubu. That is one of the headlines that is on the cover page of the Guardian newspaper. Then we go to another headline there. It said, disquiet as police probe alleged infiltration of National Assembly by Russian KGB. That's quite interesting. Russian KGB infiltrating the National Assembly. You can go to The Guardian and check out that story. Then there's another one that is disheartening here. It talks about over 26,000 children in prison. That's a statement attributed to the minister. That is quite disheartening there. Then there's another headline still on the cover page of the Guardian newspaper. Court dismisses fraud case against Xenox chairman and others. Local researchers output lacks depth for national planning, says Olaoba. Now concerns over spate of constitutional amendments, delayed state police bills. And Natasha in Senate and Error were set to correct constituents, insists, talking about the recall of Senator Natasha Akpoti-Udiaka. Now let's go to the major story that is on the cover page of the Guardian newspaper, and that is where we're going to take our analysis from today on the cover page of the Guardian. National automotive policy in limbo, 136 billion naira investment stocks. That's how the story said. Not less than $89.6 million, about 136 billion naira investments in the different value chains of Nigeria automobile industry may have been stocked, underpinning the ability of the government to leverage the local market to develop in the sector. That is quite a huge amount. The amount is 12% of the total $756 million investment in the sector by the 58 firms in 5 years of the Nigerian Automotive Industry Development Plan, which was effective from 2014 to 2024. In 10 years, what do you think has happened to Nigerian automotive industry?
Simply waste.
Yeah, look at the amounts being mentioned, and it's actually on the which side, and you will discover that we are not talking about it as Nigerians as it's supposed to. That's the way I see it. We seem to prioritize other issues that are not as important as this, and at the end of the day, we overheat the polity with the issue of the recall of Senator Duagan, the issues of sexual scandals, and all that. Don't you think if we concentrate our energy and channel it to discussing these kind of issues, it will all go well for Nigeria better?
Well, it begins from the part of interest from our institutions, from our schools. We have prioritized more politics than even the things that should create opportunities like job creation, increase our IGR, and also position us for the industrial revolution. I think Nigeria only has a way of tapping into the different industrial revolutions, be the first, second, and third, and now the fourth. We are only scratching. If you check closely, Nigeria has lost over $200 billion in the automotive industry. The investment is quite huge, but it is simply a waste of resources and a waste of an opportunity that will create jobs. Now, in 5 years, over 20 of those automotive industries shut down, and about 6 currently are active. The others, you cannot even tell if they are actually producing. Even the active ones are under producing and underutilized. We are not even patronizing our own products, neither are we even considering the assembly, boosting the automotive assembly. You know, we need to come to a point where Nigeria takes certain things serious, far more than the politics that is for just a few people, a selected few. The total number of those active politicians cannot be compared to the hungry souls in this country. So why not channel all directions? That's why I commend the Guardian, because they're one and only newspaper in the nation that hammer on the issues that should bother us far more than the politics that is just showmanship. Looking forward, we need to begin to invest in the automotive industry. It will reduce the cost of vehicles. It will increase our IGR, and at the same time place us on the global scale where we are recognized that we have made in Nigerian products that are globally accepted. We know our concerns far more. Some of the vehicles we import in Nigeria don't meet up with our climate or our kind of weather. That is why we are always going to the mechanic. Even if you buy a car, a brand new car, you need to begin to go to the mechanic to check, because some of these things are conditioned for temperate regions, not even the tropics like ours. So we need to come to a point where which we are producing vehicles that are thermostable and thermo-friendly, because if you enter your car and you don't have AC in it, you are actually cooking yourself. It's an oven in disguise.
Yeah.
So we need to come to that point where we invest more. In fact, it will interest you to know that the new policy under this current administration have prepared 10 billion naira grant for those who have the CNG assembly.
Okay.
Yeah, if you have all the license and everything is intact, you can apply for the grant and you'll be given 10 billion naira. And I don't see it coming anytime soon.
Okay,
to the north.
even if it comes anytime soon, does it mean that the government should undermine look at it, the Nigerian Automotive Industry Development Plan, which was effective from 2014 to 2024.
Yeah.
Now, as it stands now, it has expired. They said this worried come amidst the silence on the expired policy months into 2025, a framework with a timeline spread from 2024 to 2034 is yet to be effective.
Honestly speaking, like I said ab initio, waste is one of the things that I think we invest in as a nation, and we don't seem to talk about those things that matter. And the reason is simple: the moment they deviate your attention from the things that really matter, corruption takes place in those silent places. There are a lot of people that are unaware of this policy. And this policy has been there, and its expiration date should tell you that a lot has, gone under the water. If we check or try to do accountability study on this, you will realize that more than 90% has of those funds have found their way
to the private pocket.
To the private pocket of individuals.
And we're looking forward to EFCC beaming their lights on this.
Very important.
Because it is actually important.
Very important.
Look at it. Could it be that it has outlived its usefulness to the extent where we're already talking about CNG as it stands now? Should we continue to invest in this kind of investment, considering that maybe it may soon be outdated?
Like I said, waste is one of the things that we invest in naturally without any paperwork. As we can see, it is very clear that instead of continuing a policy for the greater good of the nation, it is more or less continuing in the interest of a political party or individual. 2014, it was the PDP. 2015 till date is APC. APC came in, and APC. You and I know that in Nigeria, politics or administration is supposed to be continuous. Policies are not supposed to be determined by a political party. They're supposed to be determined by the greater good of the common man. But because nobody wants to polish another administration's good or whatever idea, you now recall or begin to see that they begin to bring new policies to undermine the other ones.
But what do you think, your personal assessment now?
Yeah.
Do you think we should concentrate more on CNG that we're not so conversant with? And even in the international climb, is the CNG being accepted the way we're accepting it in Nigeria? We appear to be giving it unnecessary attention. Don't you think so?
Well, if my interest is going to be 50% or 40%, I'll buy into that idea.
Okay.
That most times politicians don't really give you what you deserve or what you desire. They give you what benefits them. So I can tell you the trend is not because it is better or cheaper. The trend is simply because of the interest.
Yes, there is this professor that agrees with you. Let me read out his statement here. As captured in the report. He said, Professor at the School of Transport and Logistics, Lagos State University, Samuel Odiobi, said the policy is a Baba chair syndrome, motions without movement.
That's right.
Okay, now let's go to another story. Let's go to the next newspaper. Please, viewers, this program is a call-in program. You can call into this program by calling the number 07049198503. You can call in 07049198503 and see how you can share your opinion and discuss with us on this platform. It is a call-in program where you can call in and share your opinion. With me in the studio, and we've been discussing issues that are on the cover pages of the Nigerian newspaper, is Dr. Charima David, a veterinary doctor, a special advisor to the governor of Taraba State, and a public affairs commentator. A publisher too? A publisher?
Prominence Magazine.
All right, Prominence Magazine. We already have a caller, and we're going to take that call. Good morning. This is the morning show from Some TV. What is your name and where are you calling from? Good morning. Can you reduce the volume of your TV? I will shift away from where the TV is. We lost him. Okay, before that call came in, we are about to go to the cover page of the Daily Trust, and on Daily Trust, we have Lakurawa killed 2 custom officers and 1 other in Kebbi State. Lakurawa, they are still on rampage. Senate pushes for lower data prices. That is quite a good one. What do you think? The prices of data is becoming unbearable these days. You can hardly do anything online today because of the high cost of data.
Really?
And it's actually telling on Nigerians.
It is.
This is a good move from the National Assembly, and we are behind them. They should ensure that Nigeria have good value for their money. Now, another headline that is on the cover page of the Daily Trust is recall. INEC confirms petition and notifies Senator Natasha. Let's see how it goes. Let's look at this before we continue. The report has it that about 250,000 constituents of Kogi Central have signed to recall Senator Natasha from the Senate, considering that she is not doing what they sent her to do. I don't know, what is your assessment of this? What is your appraisal of the whole situation?
Well, politics is playing out, and it's simply saddened that it has come to this low. But moving forward, I believe that recalling her is not the solution to the pertinent issues bordering the constituents. They are playing their own script, and Natasha is playing her own script.
Talking about script, do you agree that it is possible for 250 petitioners to sign in matter of a week or less than 2 weeks?
Honestly, the speed is scary. In fact, I don't believe that such is possible without any form of inducement or someone pulling the strings. It's quite unfortunate that constituent that celebrated Natasha last year as the most valuable and most let me use the word, the most outstanding senator in the entire country will now, out of them, 250,000
in 5 days,
in 5
or
6 days, sign a petition for a recall. The shift is magical.
And there's a way they show their faces, at least you see them show their faces holding their voter's card.
Yes.
Now, if the EFCC or the police or whatever security agency that can investigate these, interrogate those people and see how they can get the truth from them, don't you think something will come out of it that is other than what we're seeing?
Except for politics and whose interest is being protected, I believe that should be investigated. Even those people casting or signing should be investigated, because in some of the clips you even see young people or children that are underage children signing. So it means that the 2023 elections should also be investigated, meaning those so-called voters should be probed.
Now let's go to the major story on the cover page of the Daily Trust. The immunity debate, what is good for president is good for the vice president. I think this story is talking about how immunity should be stripped of the office of the vice president, the person in the office of the vice president, the governor, the deputy governors, and other things. Do you think that is good for Nigeria?
Well, sometimes politics has a way of diverting our attention from what is important. Like all these are not important. The immunity, as it were, be it effective or not, it is about interest. If the governor of a state, it has happened in Nigeria, if a governor of a state decides to be at the other lane from the interest of the president, anything can happen to him. But by and large, moving forward, I think there is no need for us to beat about the bush. There is need for accountability, a sense of responsibility, and stripping them off immunity clause is not a bad idea. But in all honesty, politics should not be worshipped as if it's the...
Okay, now look at it from the window where the Daily Trust take the story. They mention how stakeholders, including political scientists, civil rights activists, and politicians, while speaking on the proposed amendment, argue that both the president and the vice president are usually elected on a joint ticket. Hence, they should enjoy the same privileges.
Yeah, I agree with that, that the president and the vice president should enjoy immunity. However, is that important to us? But they should be held accountable even while in office. In other climes, a president can be summoned to face disciplinary or inquiry with regards to some of the wastes in the nation. You can see even in Singapore, in South Korea, in other places where a sitting president is called to give an account of why certain decisions are taken. So there's nothing out of it.
Maybe their political dynamics is different. Do you think that is obtainable in Nigeria? If it is obtainable, can it be sustained where this president can be unduly distracted from pursuing things that are going to be beneficial to the nation? Don't you think if every now and then the president has been dragged to the court to answer for this and for that, and don't you think that is going to...
On a lighter note, has anything in Nigeria ever been sustained?
Well, don't you think now the move that is being pursued at the National Assembly now is talking about to amend the constitution in such a way that these people will be stripped of their immunity, and they believe the proponents of the bill believe that at the end of the day it is going to make them functional. It is going to make them accountable. We have a caller. Let's pick the call before we continue. Yeah. Good morning. This is the morning show from Some TV.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, can we know your name and where you are calling from, please? Okay. Now, what is your position on what we are discussing?
My position is from Kobe Senator Natasha.
All right.
The problem that is on Kobe State, Kobe Central, the lady is very nice, you understand, but the problem is there on this country. The woman is supposed to obey of the chamber, you understand, but for the Kobe State, the woman is very nice.
Okay.
And the woman is good.
Okay.
You understand? So
Okay.
the woman is very okay, but I don't know why they don't want to do the call. But I don't know why.
So you mean she is nice so much so that it cannot be possible for 250,000 signatures to be collected in less than 2 weeks for her recall?
It's not possible. They know what they're doing. It's not possible. How?
All right. Okay, we really appreciate you for calling in. Ensure to follow us on our daily lineup of programs on Some TV.
All right, thank you.
Thank you very much.
I think he's right. To be candid, the magical speed is it's going to go down in history. That is the fastest recall ever in the history of course, there's never been a recall that was ever possible.
And
I can tell you
the political history of Nigeria.
the political history of Nigeria.
But don't you think this just for the academic exercise? Maybe it's good for this to occur, to happen, so that at the end of the day we should have
But not at the detriment of the
somebody that is
constituents.
functional as Senator Natasha.
Absolutely. In fact, she exposed other senators. Looking at what she's been able to do, except for possibly the senator from Southern Taraba that attempted to do what she's done.
Senator Junkuta?
Yes. I can tell you there's hardly any senator that has achieved in a short time what Natasha has done for her constituents.
Okay, consider what are the things she has done, because for instance, some people have been condemning these National Assembly members, the senators and the members of Reps, of how they will just come and churn out gifts, and some people are criticizing those attempts that they are not actually developmental endeavors. Maybe endeavors towards road construction and others, instead of giving out stipends to individuals, giving out vehicles and giving out food items during Ramadan period. Some people are condemning such moves, considering the huge amount that has been expended in these efforts.
Well, even if Christ is to die again the second time, you will have people criticizing his attempt to salvage man. She's done quite a lot. Over 1,000 youths empowered in different sector of trade and crafts. She has renovated moribund schools. She has gone as far as sinking boreholes, overhead tanks. You could see in some of those clips where Natasha did far more in terms of women empowerment. She gave out tricycles to those who are commercial tricycles dealers. She gave, sewing machines to over 1,000. She gave other implements, and all she did was economic empowerment of our people. Yes, there were cash and other donations, but she did far more in the economic productivity of her constituent and cutting across all the wards she represents over there at the Senate. Whether we like it or not, this is simply a political witch hunt.
All right, okay, that is your own opinion. But at the end of the day, let's see how it plays out. Now, coming back to the story on the Daily Trust that talks about how the penalty, what's it called? Immunity
clause
should be stripped from the person of the vice president and governor and the deputy governors. Among the bills, this particular bill and other ones have passed second reading. Now, what do you think will become of Nigeria if at the end of the day these bills scale through and it becomes a part of the Nigerian law that the vice president and the governor and the deputy governor will lose their immunity, and the immunity will only reside with the president?
Well, there's this adage that says there's no smoke without fire. If you see such things getting the kind of speed and attention we are seeing presently at the National Assembly, it means that somebody is trying to do something. But I'm not going to preempt, neither am I going to prophesy, but I can tell you that it may get the attention of the executive, because it is not only going to be assented by the president. Every House of Assembly in the 36 states of Nigeria will have a say in it. So until there is 2/3 of the endorsement in favor of that bill, I can guarantee you that it will just be one of those exercises in futility. But the National Assembly can be doing whatever they are doing. Is the state governors, and of course those people that are concerned, that will determine if it will scale through or not.
Okay, if you are just joining us, this is the Morning Show, and we've been discussing with Dr. David Charima, Special Advisor to the Governor of Taraba State and a Public Affairs Commentator. And we've been discussing on issues that are on the cover pages of the Nigerian newspaper, and he has been bearing his mind and making in-depth analysis with insightful impact. And we're going to move on now to the stories that are on the cover pages of the Vanguard newspaper. You can call in. It's a call-in program. You can call in using the number that is displayed on the screen of your device. If it's a television that you're watching from, if you're watching us on Facebook, if you're watching us on YouTube, there is a phone number displayed there. You can use that number to call in. You can send us chat on WhatsApp, and you can send us SMS on your opinion of what we're discussing and other national issues as you deem fit. Now we go to the stories that is on the cover page of the Vanguard newspaper. The stories there are: senators differ over calls to immortalize Humphrey Nwosu, and there's another one that talk about reps most strict governor and deputy governors of the immunity. We just finished discussing that. Maybe let's take a look at the move to immortalize Humphrey Nwosu. Humphrey Nwosu was the chairman of NEC that declared MK Abiola the winner of June 12 before it was annulled. Now, I think Senator Abaribe was to the Senate yesterday insisting that he too should be immortalized, wherein that he was the one that insisted follow the procedures of the election until they annulled. So he wanted him to be immortalized as hero of June 12.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Well, Nigeria is evolving to a point where people should be happy, celebrate heroes of sort. But I can bet you, if he is immortalized, it's going to set precedents for people to be dutiful and patriotic in their duties. He stood firm, even in the midst of threats and intimidation, to declare the winner of that election. And immortalizing him or giving a national asset or monument named after him, I think it's the right step in the right direction.
Now, how long are we going to keep naming monuments after? If you name a monument after Humphrey Nwosu, it means you're going to name a monument after all the states NEC officials too, because it was their own input to do that gave. So I think maybe it is enough like that for him to have been mentioned even in the hallowed chambers of the Nigerian Senate. I think that is recognition enough, don't you think so?
I think why he should be considered is because of the role he played at that point. If you check after Humphrey Nwosu, there is hardly any democratic elections that seems to be free, fair, and credible, because most of them are either accused of corruption or aided and supported who the generality of the Nigerian people did not really,
the credit
vote for.
The credit for free and fair elections, shouldn't that be attributed to the government rather than to the NEC? Because as it stands now, we keep accusing the government for not doing what is needful, and the umpire is like sort of a rubber stamp. They do whatever it is the government of the day wants it to do. So couldn't it be that Humphrey Nwosu...
In 2015, the government of the day could not get the INEC chairman to do what he wants them to do. So these things are dynamic, and that is why I said there is hardly any corruption charge meted on Humphrey Nwosu. But you can see subsequently, every INEC chairman can even tell you, you can go to court if you are not satisfied with the outcome of the election. So
the Morris Iwu of this world. All right, there's this major story on the cover page of the Guardian, that is the Vanguard newspaper. It's a Tinubu shops for Yakubu's replacement, and that is related to what we were just discussing.
Yeah, his tenure is almost over, and there will be need for some people to breathe, because I think he also needs that breather. The moment he excuses himself from the scene, it will possibly begin to give some people a sense of hope that their vote will count. By and large, supplementary and even main elections have been termed to be either shortchanged or the people disenfranchised.
Do you think Mahmoud Yakubu has done creditably well, considering how elections that were conducted under his administration as the INEC boss?
He's a smart man, but Nigerians are not happy with him.
Okay, what about the agitations that such positions should be reserved for clergies, considering that the professors have actually been acting unprofessionally, they've fallen short of standards when they become returning officers for states and other things like that, because there is this policy now that vice chancellors of federal universities are exclusively the returning officers for most gubernatorial, most of the elections in the states. And there are complaints that they have not been doing well. There are instances where they've gotten their hands soiled and other things like that. Do you think it is right for the position of INEC returning officers for states and the one for national to be given to clergies, pastors, bishops, imams, sheikhs, who at least have this reputation of being sincere?
That's a huge matter in itself.
Imagine now that Sheikh Dahiru Bauchi becomes the national chairman of INEC.
You never know humans until you give them position, money, or women.
But do you think, what do you think? You're saying now that you can't be sure of anything until it happens.
Absolutely.
But don't you think there are more chances of them becoming more upright?
They are humans too. Except for the fact that probably you bring Reverend Fathers who swear celibacy and they swear never to have bank accounts. But by and large, these days, even Reverend Fathers do have bank accounts. But when it comes to sensitive matters like this one, wherewith credibility is actually debated, I feel there should be a system that grooms special set of people that are immune to corruption and only have the interest of the nation at heart. By and large, if you bring a professor, it has shown over the years that it is not a professor by good standing. Again, the welfare of professors are not the way they want it to be. So getting those opportunities calls for them to also help themselves, because politicians, most times, the moment they go to the National Assembly or they become governors, you don't have access to them. Neither can they even help you. And if you check, the politicians are the ones starving the professors that are always going on strike. So such opportunities, when given to them, they also explore. And of course, every system is already in that direction.
But I think the agitation for bringing clergies into these positions have some credence, considering that they have this kind of recognition, they have this kind of respect that's been accorded to them. Imagine now that somebody like Matthew Hassan Kuka becomes the national INEC chairman, or maybe the person of, what is it called? Sheikh Dahiru Bauchi, though he's aged already, but let's say he's still strong, or somebody he recommends and say, okay, I trust this person. And don't you think those personalities have the tendency to be more of fear as umpires?
Over the years, the names you mentioned, especially Martin Kuka, has sustained a reputation of an upright Nigerian.
Yes.
And he's always at the vanguard that the right thing be done the right way. And given his credibility and sense of integrity, I think it is the right step in the right direction. However, interest will always play out. The people that will shout the most and use even the media to castigate such opinions will be the loudest. In fact,
if we're going to get results, that's okay.
It's the result we need. So it's the right call. I can vouch to an extent that his consistency in championing the right cause for the nation will guarantee the best of outcomes if he becomes the umpire of the coming election.
There is this concern again concerning INEC, where it seems Nigerians don't trust any result that is coming out from INEC, considering the fact that they have undermined their processes. Now, I keep citing this example anytime I have the opportunity. You go to banks, and banks use ATM cards for money dispensing, and you will discover that hardly will you find errors in those transactions. And it's a similar technology, I think. I'm not an expert like that in that, but I think it is a similar technology that is on a voter's card, where it is a biometric thing. How come that INEC have not been able to get this result, to to get it right over the years, and the banks were able to get it in a matter of months. Because when ATM card was introduced during Obasanjo and the consolidation of banks, we discovered that this thing becomes so effective that no matter what you do, it's hardly will you be able to defraud a bank with ATM card. But INEC, using the same kind of technology, have a way of failing year after every election. These things have to fail like that. How come it's like that?
Well, politics is about interest, and nobody will want to lose on account of credibility. Even in the US, such things are hacked, and I can tell you that it's going to take a long time, except for a special kind of intervention, where with either the umpire or the governor, the president of the day, decide that the right thing be done. We expected it to happen during Buhari because his body language showed that this is a man of credibility.
Even Yar'Adua admitted that the process that brought him was flawed.
Yes,
he couldn't do anything.
I wish he was alive. He would have sustained the tempo of bringing. Technology works, but technology too can be hacked.
But up to the extent that it is happening in Nigeria, where card reader will fail right in the front of...
even if it is transmitted directly to the system, it can be hacked. You are voting for PDP, it can appear APC there.
Okay, viewers, just like I said earlier, you can use the number that is displayed on your screen to call in. It's a call-in program where you're going, okay, we have a caller. Good morning, sir. This is the morning show from Some TV. What is your name and where are you calling from? Hello, good morning. This is the morning show. Where are you calling from and what is your name?
My name is Daniel. I'm calling from Delta State.
All right. What is your opinion on what we're discussing this morning with Doctor?
Okay, I'm talking about this machine.
Okay.
The voters machine.
Yes.
Only solution that can make this thing to work and not to be hacked is if you want to vote.
Yes.
There will be a screen like online like this. Any unit that is voting should be displaying.
Okay.
It should be displaying. Apart from that, they will act it. You cannot tell us that when we vote, after voting, by the end of the day, somebody will act it and come and give us fake results. That is why most of us, we have given up to vote. So my point is that whenever they want to vote, they shall have a screen that will be displaying each unit so that everybody will be watching his own unit. That this is my unit, that this is what is happening here. I will make sure that everything is correctly going well according to what I am voting for.
Okay. We thank you.
That should be the only solution.
Thank you for
that. Apart from that, no other solution. Thank you, sir.
Yes, thank you for your input. You sure to follow us on the lineup of some TV programs.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. He mentioned something that caught my attention, how INEC contributes to voters' apathy, how they are losing confidence in the electoral process because of the activities or action or inaction of the INEC. What do you think?
It's right. We are all concerned because most outcomes are not what we expect them to be. We've been using machines. In the last election, even the upload showed, if you check the website, there were human hands as result, people's faces, receipts, bank tellers, and many other things that came up in the name of the transmitted result. It's quite unfortunate that our system is flawed and nobody seems to be doing anything about it. And it is not just generational, it is systemic. And until we get it right, by instilling the right culture of integrity, accountability, and sense of responsibility, we'll always come to this point where we feel that our votes don't count. He understands that, in his mind, he understands that when there's a screen, and then he votes, and he's seeing it. But what about the person, the umpire, reading out the results in Abuja? how do you defend? Because most of the results of 2023 election is not a true reflection of what happened in my polling unit.
Somebody mentioned how some won and some were declared.
Yes, of course.
Okay, now let's go to shortly before we draw the curtains for this segment. Let's take a look at the Nigerian News Direct that talk about Senate confirmed Bello orders for AMCON board. Okay, we have a caller. Let's pick this caller before we go. Let's pick this caller. Okay, we lost it there. Now, the major story on the cover page of Nigerian News Direct said, jubilation as NYSC begins 77,000 naira payment to call members. The report has it that it is not nationwide. It's like they're paying in batches.
Okay.
So, what is do you think this is going to?
Well, it's a welcome idea. I think corporates will stop asking for urgent tweaky and stressing the entire nation with one or two issues that are bothering them. And in my opinion, the change that came with the leadership also affected, or rather it's adding up to what we are seeing happening already, whether in batches or whatever. Already we know that some are being paid, some will be paid, and some are expected to be paid. So it's a welcome idea, and the NYSC core members will begin to smile. At least we'll be seeing new skits and new TikTok videos celebrating the federal government for implementing the policy.
Okay, quickly before we draw the curtains for this segment, I want you to comment on shouldn't the federal government look at how entrepreneurial skills should be given to these NYSC members, in the light of the fact that some NYSC members are just simple university graduates. For instance, somebody who has studied history or maybe political science has no any other alternative of earning some income except if he practices field. Maybe there is a need for government to start doing professional skill acquisition, vocational training for corpers aside the 77,000 naira.
Well, over the years, I think over 10 years now, Said was introduced to the National Youth Service Scheme. Said means skill acquisition, okay, and entrepreneurship development. I happen to be privileged to train over 100,000 NYC on camp,
okay,
on skill acquisition and of course entrepreneurship development program. And it showed considerably that most people who come for NYC in different states, they go back home with special skills. I know a lady, Esther. She's in this town. She has been in this town for close to about 7 years. Okay. She has established her own business. She's into crafts and arts. She makes bags, shoes, and all that. And she's well established, doing well. And she went as far as, if she ships or sells her goods, she gets palm oil and send them down to the east. Okay. And she's doing well for herself. So I think it can be enhanced. It's already there, but it can be enhanced for better productivity, and of course giving them a sense of employability after the scheme.
Now we're going to take a short commercial break. When we come back, the Pigeon segment, a very interesting segment of the morning show, will continue. You can't afford to miss it. Please stay tuned.
Attention Taraba, here is a public service announcement to all youth groups and organizations in Taraba State. The Senior Special Assistant to the Governor of Taraba State on Youth Affairs, in collaboration with the Special Advisor, Youth Empowerment and the National Youth Council of Nigeria, Taraba State Chapter, invites all youth groups in the state to register for Taraba State Youth Transformation Initiative. Registration is free. The Taraba Youth Transformation Initiative is strategically designed to identify and equip youth groups with skills to enhance youth development. Registration will take place in all the 168 political wards in Taraba State. Registration starts 31st of March 2025. Venue: all local government secretariats across the state. Don't miss out. Register your youth groups today and take a step towards unlocking your full potentials. Join us and let's build a brighter future for Taraba youths. Ambassador Emmanuel George, JP, SSA, Youth Affairs, Announcer.
No matter how long you live, you cannot learn it all. You can only do.
Are you a businessman or woman? Do you need loan to grow your business? At Taraba Business Development Center, we offer both business and personal loan with flexible repayments plan. We are located in different parts of Taraba State. Jalingo branch, opposite Civil Service Commission, 183 Amarua Way, 090-3134-4333. Zing branch, Zenith Bank agent beside College of Education, Zing, 070-3125-2559. Are you a businessman or woman? Do you need loan?
RU Executive Transport, a transportation company ready to change the transportation narrative in Taraba State and Nigeria at large, bringing comfort, safety and reliability. Witness their impact on the people, the economy and Nigeria's transportation future.
RU Executive Transport Company was actually incorporated sometime in 2024, and the decision to establish the company was actually born out of a burden for travelers to Jalingo, especially from Abuja. And I saw that need and tried to reach out to existing transport companies to fill the gap, but they were not forthcoming. And so I decided to go into it myself. That is the main essence of this company, to connect Taraba State to other parts of the country, especially Abuja and Yola, comfortably for executive travelers.
We offer executive services to both individuals and group of people. The kind of services we render depends on the needs in which our customers wishes for us to offer. Either wedding, conferences, ambulance services or car hire services, we ensure that we give you the very best of service.
We offer shuttle services. We started with Jalingo Yola, and right now as I'm talking to you, we are already looking out for a terminal in Abuja, because Abuja route is actually the ultimate. That was the motivation behind the establishment of the company, so that travels between Abuja and Jalingo can be done comfortably. So we are trusting God that by April, before the end of April, we will start the Abuja route. We are already looking out for a terminal. And so that is the basic thing. And we go into car hire services too. You can hire our Sena buses, you can hire our Hummer buses, you can also hire our ambulances. So we have all these types of vehicles in place. And I want to say here, what I mean by travel in comfort is that if you are traveling with our Sienna bus, for example, we don't take more than 5 passengers on our shuttle trips. But if you hire it, we allow you to take up to 6 passengers. In other words, 3 people can sit at the back, 2 at the center and 1 in front. But if it is through our shuttle services, it's only 5.
We ensure we take off on time and also arrive on time, most especially.
My country people, una good morning this morning, and I dey welcome una to the pidgin section of our newspaper headline review. As this in a section when e be say we dey knack una tori on things wey dey happen for inside the country, even the self obodo oyibo matter we dey carry knack una for this station. things wey dey happen for our community and our society. My name na Esther Oka Stephen, and I no go forget to welcome una to the Pidgin section once again. My country people with me this morning and my correct person, my usual guest will be Auntie Fetty Apollos, aka Capacity. Good morning, Auntie.
Good morning, madam.
Okay, my country people, as story take the carry us to the go this morning. Now, story when it happen for inside the Ogun State now, I won't begin with this morning concerning fever. One fever when it is very, very rampant. As I don't talk, I'm say fever. We're not supposed to know, say na Lassa fever. Now, me won't talk about this morning. Lassa fever na sickness when it be say it don't dey rampant for inside the country. But now, while many people see they look am like say the thing, they come like play. Now, carry am come this morning, make una know say the thing it don't serious for ground as it don't dey so rampant for inside the Ogun State in my country people wey certainly come make the commissioner for health wey be Dr. Tomi Koka come outside come talk say this Lassa don dey outbreak wey certainly e don kill one 25-year-old copper wey dey serve for inside the Ogun State in my country people. This one no be play again, yo, my country people. On those state community people, them no they save at all. That is why Dr. Tomi Koka come outside to come tell people say one person don't buy. Even yourself, this copper, una sabi say na educated person. Copper na people when they be say them they educated, they say na people when they be say they sabi, but because of say some kind of measure where they go tell person say go for checkup, people go they feel say na normal fever, na normal thing where they happen, now make them relax, come so they look where this copper can take die like so. My country people, Dr. Tomi Koka don't come outside, come give us the symptoms. She talk say on how person where they near you, where they affected by this Lassa fever. So anytime when you see them, they talk, they do in a way where won't make me tell una so. It simply means say that person don't they affected with Lassa fever. Number one symptom where Dr. Tomi Koka give us na in BDC. She talk say una go they experience severe headache. He say headache go dey worry you for head. Say no be only headache yo. She say even high grade fever. Say fever go owe you, headache, all of them go come at once, my country people. Even say she talk say general weakness of the body. Your body go just weak, your body not go sweet you. He say headache, high fever, general weakness of the body. Even self sore throat too. Sore throat na the one where they do person where be say person not go fit to swallow food. Even self spitty, you not go fit to swallow when you get sore throat too. He say muscle pain, whether you don't hold you, whether you dey young you go feel muscle pain. So anytime una don dey see this symptom, make una know say Lassa fever don show. And even self you go dey vomit, you dey join am. She say after vomiting, diarrhea come follow. Say you go dey purge you. Diarrhea follow, belle go dey pain you. Anything you chop as you vomit, you go shit am come outside. She say chest pain also follow join, and all this one you go experience all at the same time. Even self she come talk say unnecessary bleeding come follow am. Now this one come pain me pass you. A person dey experience all these things, you no go hospital until bleeding. He say bleeding go blood go come out for the person eye, blood go come out for the person ear. Blood go come out for the person nose, even himself with the person mouth and any other place when you open for person body. My country people, Tomi Koka don't come outside to come talk and say I beg. Anytime when I see this symptom, say make una care run go for hospital, go take a treatment. Why I carry this matter corner because of say many of una today ignore medical people advice. So I want now my Auntie Faith to help me chook mouth for this matter. May she help me advise country people where they always take instructions like this for granted. Say make them they go check up. Please talk to country people for me.
My country people, as soon as hear wetin my uncle talk for this matter, anything wey pertaining health, more una no take am lightly. Okay. Because health is wealth. If you not get good health, you no fit do anything for this world. Whether you get money or you no get good health, you no fit work. So you go hear the symptoms of Lassa fever. Lassa fever na very disease is a very disease where if he contact you na buy straight you go buy. So abeg if you dey feel this kind of symptoms make una dey go hospital. I don't know why people if you dey feel this kind of sickness una dey fear to dey go check up. It's simple, they go take you to isolation center. I get some place where they call isolation center for hospital. You go there, they go isolate you, give you better treatment so that you no go contact any person where they close to you, because this disease where they call Lassa fever, it dey contagious. Person where they close to you, if you get the disease and you no go treat yourself, you go sit down with person where no get them, person go catch them. So may wanna save our community, may wanna look around, may wanna look out for people where they close to us. Not be say if you get disease, you want may your neighbor get them. You don't hear the symptoms. If you get any symptoms for body, go hospital. They hear medical advice, because some you get one time for this Jalingo. Not be only on this Lassa fever. Lassa fever dey everywhere. Okay. You get one time way for Jalingo here. Some people go hospital for checkup. Doctor no even tell them say they get Lassa fever. They just say make they go isolate themselves, because the symptoms we didn't get, it be like say na Lassa fever. Make them just go. The people come up for hospital. As you come up for hospital, now you go contact another people now. So I beg, maybe they try listening to medical personnel. If they give us advice, say isolate yourself, or may you isolate yourself, because this kind of thing, they easy at all. Now disease where they keep people. So I beg, maybe they hear advice for people. Now wait till I go check for this matter, Madam Esther.
Okay, my country people, as una can see, the number when una go take reach us in case una have any question, they roll for the screen for that place in my country people. Just as Auntie Fetty take talk am say some people who then visit the hospital sake of say then tell them say make them go isolation center then run away. Me say Auntie Fetty I not to blame that person. Those people when they be say they run away, because any small thing from Nigeria when they hear say fever dey, now this one be the running sex. So like that time when they be say HIV come out newly and they come give us the symptoms, say if this person they do like this in a HIV. Almost all the Nigerian people they come they are fear to go hospital because somebody headache go worry am, belle go pain am. If he vomit, he go hospital, they go say, it be like say you don't get HIV. Okay, now the same thing now for Lassa. Okay, my country people are they come and make I pick this call. Hello, good morning, and where you they call us from?
Hello, Sukarno, they call you from Kogi State.
Okay, from Kogi State. I beg my sister, what be your name?
My name is Adeleke Ade.
Okay. Now they call us from Kogi State. What do you visit talk concerning this Lassa fever matter for your area?
Yes, the Lassa fever when they talk, it would make us go for checkup. But person we want go for checkup, get general. As we come with the hospital, where they say so, we don't do checkup for you. You buy medicine to doctor go like 200 naira for money. And the person never shall be get 500 naira for pocket. You know, say na wala. But for this Nigeria, no day is everything they cost up and down. That's why people they fear to go do checkup, because na another one thing to carry to, na another thing to follow to come for house. And no be say, even though you go for general hospital, they no go give you for free, they go collect money.
Na so.
So they go for the government to make them give free.
Okay, Ade, thank you for calling our caller from Kogi State. And I don't talk our mind, so my country people. This one don't talk say true Lassa fever e dey, but meanwhile say no be to just go like that. Say some people who dey when e be say dem get am, but na because of say dem no hold ground well, say money no dey for medicine, say make government to torchlight this matter. Say plenty people who then dey down, say the expenses dey, because if they go, she know of people wey get away go hospital, and as dem go hospital, they can't give them drugs, say make them. Okay, another caller they call, but meanwhile we don't even lost the call, my country people. They can't write plenty medicine, and those people who will go, they never chop well. Say person will not chop well, we not see money buy food, we see money buy drugs. So this caller call now, they plead, say I beg, say no, they reduce the cost of drugs for country people. Okay, Torino and there for inside the Ogun State, my country people. As the doctor will be saying that Tommy Coker can't give me phone number. Talk say those people who were there for this, and they can't make I pick this call in my country people. Okay, we don't lost am. Okay, Dr. Tomi Coker.
Network, David.
Okay, my country people, they be like say network they worry us for here this morning. Dr. Tomi Coker don't give out a number for those people who when they be say then they for inside the Ogun State. Dr. Tomi say for those of una when be say una no fit reach them for hospital, say make una call this number when I won't call for una. So Ogun State people 070-3421-4893. So that in case una no get transport to take go reach them go fit look for me to locate una, then carry una go for proper checkup. Make I pick this call before we go enter the next story. Okay, good morning, my caller. Now, where you they call us from this morning?
I'm calling from Jos.
Okay, from Jos. Your name, I beg, Oga?
Yes, my name is Andrew Enchelbia.
Okay, Oga Andrew, they call us from Jos. What will be your take on top of this matter?
Yes, I want to know how this disease is spread in the world.
Okay, thank you very much, Sana. That one I go take your hand down this morning. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, make I pick this last one, my country people. Okay, Oga Andrew call us from Jos. Say now how person go fit contact this Lassa fever. My country people, as I don't give una the symptoms, so make I tell you now how person fit take contact am because if they contactable. Okay, you need the proper hygiene, make you the live inside a clean environment. My country people know. You know, say many people for inside the country they don't take and talk say hardship. Where certainly many people can't turn themselves to waste bin, to dustbin. Where certainly even kitchen they no fit clean their kitchen again. Oga Andrew, if you dey hear me, I don't start to tell you the symptom how person they take contact this thing. You need to clean your environment, especially your kitchen well. Make sure say you know they leave your kitchen door open, exposed, and make sure say rat not there for inside your room. And then make you look for means, take talk to your children and your wife them say make they know they leave things where they take cook for inside the kitchen anyhow. Second, say rat fit come put tomato for inside. Hello, my country people, make I just speak this last call before I go round up this first segment. Hello?
Okay, thank you.
Hello?
Yes, I said thank you for your answer.
Okay, Oga Andrew, okay, I never even finish self. Okay, thank you very much for calling. Okay, all my country people, make a quick round them up before we go enter the next story. Okay, as I take a talk I say make una dey keep una kitchen things very clean so that you no go dey exposed to rat. Make rat no go lick the spoon where you take the turn soup for fire. Make rat no go suck the toothbrush where you dey. Many of us dey open our toothbrush anyhow. And apart from say rat dey, our soup, some of us we dey eat food when e be say e don sleep overnight. No be say e bad e good if you warm am very well, but some of us we go just carry overnight food, light fire. If e hot to small we go say e don dey okay for consumption. Make sure say any food wey don sleep overnight you boil am make e hot well so that e go kill some germs when e don develop over the night. So make sure say any sleep over food you warm am properly very hot before you begin dey chop am. And also those our nursing mothers, they may not look and say now only adult now they follow. Those of una where they put children pap for inside the flags, children akamo. Una no go wash them thoroughly, una go feel say okay, since na the same akamo as I don't wash the first one, I want to put another pap. No need na pap just come out. Some particles they hang around for inside and it go fit to come out fungi. It go fit to develop a small disease inside that flags if you no wash that flags thoroughly with your hot water. You will come put am say na the same akamo na come out inside so my baby can consume. You dey endanger that child. Make sure say you take that child flax, so wash am well with hot water, make no particles remain for inside that flax again before you go come put new fresh akamu for that baby. And also make una dey sweep una environment well, make una dey live inside clean environment. Even sef say na one room you dey, make sure say that one room no get space when e be say rat go come dey do tinini tanana for inside your house. Okay, oh my country people, for those of una wey just dey join us on this pidgin section, we just discuss on Lassa fever when e be say e kill one 25-year-old copper for inside the Ogun State. And as Dr. Tomiko take come outside, she even herself give him phone number for Ogun State residents. Them say make them reach them, especially those ones when e dey for rural community. So once they call that phone number, say them go quick run go for their head. And just as our caller take call us from Kogi, she don cry come outside say abeg, say government hospital make them shake body, say make them reduce the cost of drugs for country people. Say na money to buy drugs na im make people wey dey affected dey fear to go hospital. Okay, oh my country people, na so tori come take carry us enter for inside the Rivers State concerning two teenage sisters, small sisters, when it be say some 4 youths go kidnap, carry them do rituals. Okay, oh my country people, the police talk person don come outside for inside and cross River State concerning the matter of Chidinma and Chizaram Onuche for inside the River State. This Chidinma and Onuche, where them they come from church, now small children them be underage children. These children they come from church. Now from there 93 youths, 2 boys with 1 teenage girl come go corner these small children. But meanwhile, one native doctor there for inside the uncompleted building for that place. They wait for them to bring the children. As those 2 and 3 youths corner those small children where they come from church go enter inside the building, they no know say how they watch you, my country people. Now from there the eyes where they watch you come see say these children wey be say they come for church, where this brother give something to drink enter this place, they know they come outside again. My country people, now so these 2 children, those people when you watch that activities quick suspect that thing, run go tell police people. My country people, as police talk person come confirm the incident. Now so them take arrest 27-year-old Aniekan Uko. Say intake sabi this native doctor. Now we call talk say say sabi the native doctor sake of say in they see how the native doctor they help people well for that community. And when the native doctor help those people, these people them they make them. Now the content and say the police talk person for that place maybe wey be Coco come outside come talk say your own stance now for killing these 2 small children. Now wetin be your main reason? Now we call talk say the reason why he kill these 2 small children na because of say the native doctor tell am say if he want to become rich, if he want to make money in life, if he want to drive big car, make him bring the blood of small children come, say him go make am for life. My country people, now hear this touching story at all. Children where they come from church now who call go attack, give them something to drink, and as na small children then collect am, now them drink am. Who call don confess it to the crime, say this person will go report them, say na true this person talk, say na fast money na you won't make. And this incident in my country people, that yard when it be say that completed building where they carry these children go, it therefore inside the Obodo pipeline area for Rukpoku Obio Akpo local government area when it therefore inside the River State. And in fact, before I go talk for inside this matter, I want to make you help me talk to our parents concerning this give and take from us. So help me advise parents first before I go conclude this matter.
Okay, the thing is that parents, we try to advise our pikin You know, say these children are small children, they don't know anything. And you see person give you something for road, you don't know her. You can't collect and can't take her. And I want to talk for this man we want make money sharp. We don't dey talk her for some TV for years. Mo una hustle. You be youth, you get hand, you get leg, but you dey find fast money. Why? You plenty work there outside. People who dey your mates, they do mechanic, they do house boy, they do this, they do that. All they want make their own money with their sweat. But my youth for now, I don't know. Everybody want make sharp money. You go kiss small children. The problem is yourself. You know do yahoo now. Children blood, small children blood. You go kill. I beg my youth, when una come out, they work so that you go get your own money. No go put your hand for dirty. Where tomorrow you go come regret, because this blood of these small children where you waste now, you go come back to you.
Now so.
Now because you know they easy at all. You go born pikin, another person go come kill them for you. You know they alright like that. And my parents are beg, but they try to advise your pikin. No be anybody they see they go collect something from. That time where they small, the way our mothers go they threaten us. Say if you collect this one, they go kill you, you go die. You. I don't know this generation. I don't know. They know they tell their children like that because that time when we dey small, court is in there plenty for that our time. And even up to now, it's still there.
Now so.
I beg, me una no think say you don't go. It's still there because human being you go dey waka, you don't know who like you, don't know who no like you. So they go to try. They one day kill you. If they no get you, they go get your children. So I beg, me they try. They advise your children. Say no be anything they see for road, they go collect chop. Because had they be say advice day, these children now they no go die because of say
they no go follow victim.
So I beg my parents, may they try to advise our children and youths out there. One time when I say, may una come out hustle, look for your own money, no go put your hand for dirty, we go land you into another problem.
Yes, so just as Oga Minor will be my guest one time, take a talk and say money no they follow from heaven, no. Make una do better till the money go come, my fellow youth to them. This year when you meet a native doctor say make you bring blood. You no get sister for house where you go carry go give her. Okay. If you na better thing you want do na pure money, why you not go carry your sister, kill am, go give the native doctor? Okay. You don't use your hand to buy gbese for yourself and you must face the consequences of this thing when it be say you don't do. You too just as Auntie Fetty take a talk am. She say make una also plenty work a day when una go do for inside we country. We don't tell una, we don't sing am for this station like a national anthem. Mechanic work is full ground. See tailoring, see panabiting, see farming. A lot of things there when it be say you to go fit to do. See POS work. A lot of handwork full for inside the Nigeria, my country people who are beg make una sit up. Make una have love for one another. Make una have pity, my country people. For those of una who just they join us, this is now the morning show on the Pidgin section of our newspaper headline review. We don't talk of a matter concerning Lassa fever and the symptom and how person go take no say he get am, my country people. Now na tori from Rivers State now carry common nakuna concerning two sisters when it be say young teenagers go kill, including a native doctor wey run the package for them, say he want to make them get fast money. My country people will make we sit up well because the rate of which it be say these ritual activities they go on for inside the country it don't too much. And I pray say as they don't catch this so make proper measure. If then they give them, they deal with them squarely, where they take kill people now, so they take kill them. I believe say by now all these things self for don't reduce. But when they go get situation where say they go catch person, say person they murder somebody for inside the country. Before you know it, after 2 months, 3 months, Tori go change. You go yes, say they don't release so person when it be say he kill so person.
True.
That's sure you say that person don't born again, that person don't say no go do that kind. You know see they promote that kind of act now. If proper disciplinary measure not take place.
So.
Okay, my callers, when they be say them call us on this section this morning, make I begin to the thank on before I go round up this show. So I thank my callers them from Kogi Josu. Those of una wey call us and they send a message. I thank una well this morning. Okay, my country people. Okay, meanwhile another call there for road. Make I answer this one before I go. where you dey call us from this morning? Hello? Okay, oh my country people, make I hold on as small calls dey come. Make I hold on for one call, my country people. But meanwhile, you two out there, I know say you two out there. Now you two when it be say, now remember say they say na leaders of tomorrow. You don't become 27 years old. You know say na father you be now, and you dey go. Hello, good morning this morning. Where you dey call us from and wetin be your name?
Morning, how are you?
Fine, thank you, Oga.
Hello.
Yes, Oga, good morning. Wetin be your name?
How are the family?
Fine, thank you, Oga.
My name is Osia Ayuba.
Okay, Oga Ayuba, calling us from where?
From Jordan, government of Kenya.
Okay, Oga, thank you very much. Wetin be your take concerning this matter?
I just called to appreciate you. God bless you.
Amen, Oga. Thank you very much. Oga say you like the program. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you also. Thank you also.
Welcome, Oga. Okay, oh my country people, now for here we go draw the curtain on the pidgin section of our newspaper headline review. And I believe we said tomorrow now go join us for another interesting package. My name is Esther Oka Stephen. I thank you for watching una do.
Are you a businessman or woman? Do you need loan to grow your business? At Taraba Business Development Center, we offer both business and personal loan with flexible repayment plan. We are located in different parts of Taraba State. Jalingo branch, opposite Civil Service Commission, 183 Amarua Way, 090-3134-4333. Zing branch, Zenith Bank agent beside College of Education, Zing, 070-3125-2559. Are you a businessman or woman? Do you need loan to grow?
Attention Taraba! Here is a public service announcement to all youth groups and organizations in Taraba State. The Senior Special Assistant to the Governor of Taraba State on Youth Affairs, in collaboration with the Special Advisor, Youth Empowerment and the National Youth Council of Nigeria, Taraba State Chapter, invites all youth groups in the state to register for Taraba State Youth Transformation Initiative. Registration is free. The Taraba Youth Transformation Initiative is strategically designed to identify and equip youth groups with skills to enhance youth development. Registration will take place in all the 168 political wards in Taraba State. Registration starts 31st of March 2025. Venue: all local government secretariats across the state. Don't miss out. Register your youth groups today and take a step towards unlocking your full potentials. Join us and let's build a brighter future for Taraba youths. Ambassador Emmanuel George, JP, SSA, Youth Affairs, Announcer.
No matter how long you live, you cannot learn it all. You only do your best because...
RU Executive Transport, a transportation company ready to change the transportation narrative in Taraba State and Nigeria at large, bringing comfort, safety and reliability. Witness their impact on the people, the economy and Nigeria's transportation future.
RU Executive Transport Company was actually incorporated sometime in 2024, and the decision to establish the company was actually born out of a burden for travelers
The Financial Services Regulation Coordinating Committee, FSRCC, in collaboration with the National Broadcasting Commission, NBC, wishes to draw the attention of the public to the worrisome increase in the activities of illegal financial operators, IFOs, which threaten public trust and the stability of the Nigerian financial system. The FSRCC and NBC hereby advises the general public to refrain from dealing with unlicensed financial operators who deceive individuals with unrealistically high investment returns. Make sure to verify the licensing status of such companies and schemes on this website. To report any suspicions of...
Welcome back to this segment of the Morning Show. If you are just joining us, this is the Morning Show, and we're going to continue with our guests in the studio to make analysis of trending issues as they are on the cover pages of the Taraba News newspaper. We are now going to the first major headlines that is on the cover page of the Taraba newspaper that talk about Taraba to host International Investor Summit in May 2025. The story said Governor of Taraba State, Dr. Bukefas, has announced plans to host an International Investor Summit in May 2025 to attract global investors and development partners to the states. He made this known while receiving the European Union ambassador to Nigeria and West Africa. Mr. Doctor, what is your take on this?
It's timely, and I believe that it's clear that His Excellency, the Governor of Taraba State, is marshalling out plans based on the master plan. He is already doing what he needs to do. Taraba is ripe for international presence, and the potentials in our state, when, of course, after the summit, when fully harnessed, will not only set us up on a global phase, but it's going to give us a sense wherewith jobs will be created, the economic activities we so desire will come home, and of course boost one or two things. There are troubling times these days.
Yes, viewers, you can still call in from the number that's going to be displayed on the screen now and make your comments concerning what we're discussing. Going back to the story, he further noted ongoing plans to develop the Gumti National Park, a move aimed at generating economic activity and boosting the state tourism sector.
Yeah, tourism is key. We have one of the best in the world, natural in its setting. I've been to all these vital sites. Gashaka Gumti happened to be one of the largest game reserve in the country, and the potentials there is something the world needs to come and see. But of course, for you to attract investors and also get tourists to come around, there's need for a facelift, and that's what he's already doing.
Yes, I mentioned in other platform how Governor Kefas, since the advent of his administration, has a way of making Gashaka Gumti National Park come up in news regularly like that, at regular intervals we keep having. So I think this is the best time for Gashaka Gumti National Park, since it is getting this kind of attention. Do we expect that this attention should materialize into something better soon, considering that for the past it has not gotten this kind of attention it is getting from this administration?
It's part of the developmental plan of His Excellency to see that tourism is given a facelift globally. I mean, he's doing it in such a way that it's not only attracting national attention, but it's also attracting international attention. And the only way to sell a product is to repeat and repeat over and over again until it sits well in the psyche of those who are interested. And sometimes how you market a product determines how people patronize that particular product. And Gashaka Gumti is a global product and needs to get out there, and the governor is doing justice to that. Kudos to him.
Yes, maybe before we go to the next story, maybe you need to comment on, are there any immediate benefits for this summit, or maybe the benefits are mostly a long-term benefit for Taraba State?
Well, from his development plan, it is clear that he's always creating room for short-term, mid-term, and long-term benefits to begin to roll in. And as it stands already, some people are patronizing these places. Yes.
Okay, let's go to another news that is on Taraba News. They talk about Microsoft co-founder and philanthropist Bill Gates has made a bold prediction about the future of artificial intelligence, stating that within the next 10 years, AI will largely replace human expertise in key sectors such as healthcare and education. Speaking during an interview with NBC, Jimmy Fallon, Gates describes AI as a transformative force poised to democratize access to high-quality services that were once limited by human availability and cost. I would like you to look at this from the endeavor of the Taraba State government through the digital economy and the Ministry of Digital Economy and Innovation, and how it is repositioning Taraba State to get in tune with some of these realities.
Yes, the government of His Excellency is poised in ensuring that digitization and digitalization of virtually everything is at the center stage of all developmental projects. And when he came from the beginning, he instituted the Ministry of Digital Economy and Innovation. And at every given time, he is making sure that whatever we do has a link or is at par with the fourth industrial revolution, which includes AI. And AI, artificial intelligence, is taking the center stage globally. Human error can be corrected with artificial intelligence. And then the enhancement of human expertise also can be, boosted with these AI tools. So His Excellency is doing well, and of course, the prediction is not out of place.
Okay, if you take a look at some of the agencies and government parastatals in Taraba State, you discover that some of the offices are not properly equipped, and even if they are using obsolete equipment that most likely are not in synergy with the artificial intelligence that's being used now, and that has constituted some hitches for the efficiency at the civil service and other government offices. What advice do you think the government should take and expedite action on this, so that aside the what is it called, the Ministry of Digital Economy, there is a way that some of this practical IT equipment should be put in place?
Yes, it's work in progress, and work is being done to train and retrain staff so that they can meet up with the expectations. Those machines cannot just be bought and kept when there are people yet to master the art of using them. So by and large, the training is coming first before those equipments are installed. It's already happening. If you go to the secretariat now, the state secretariat, structures are in place, more buildings are coming up, and those buildings will fit those gadgets, because you cannot bring a supercomputer and put it in a place where it's not conditioned to keep and preserve it. So all these things are a step at a time happening.
Okay, before we go, let's take a look at the story. Governor Abu-Kefas hosts Archbishop of Abuja, Ignatius Kaigama. The governor of Taraba State, Dr. Abu-Kefas, on Wednesday hosted the Archbishop of Abuja, Most Reverend Kaigama, and the Catholic Bishop of Jalingo Diocese, Most Reverend Charles Hamawa, and that of Ukari Diocese, Most Reverend Mark Musukwi, at the Tiwa Danjuma House. Shortly after holding a closed-door meeting with the Archbishop's, Governor Kefas recognized the vital roles of religious leaders in bridging divides and maintaining harmony, calling on them to invest more in peace-building enterprise.
Yeah. From time to time, even the seat of power needs spiritual guidance, encouragement, and prayers. You cannot outlive that simple truth that the spiritual controls the physical. So from time to time, engagements like this give the people assurances that the governor is not way over his head. He believes in counsel. More to that, the need for clergies to preach peace harmony and unity is essential. So that synergy, as they have interface with the people religiously, he also enjoys political interface with people. So if there's a balance in the same word, preaching peace, and preaching unity, and preaching harmony, it will get to the grassroots. This is good.
Yes, and somebody said it is the relationship between the government and the religious leaders that has brought about the relative peace we now enjoy.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay, we are now going to draw the curtains for today's morning show. With me on the morning show has been Dr. David Charima, a public affairs commentator, a publisher of notes, and a special advisor to the governor of Taraba State. It's a pleasure having you.
The pleasure is all mine.
And I need to appreciate the flow manager in the presence of Moses. It was because of his efforts that we connected with you out there. Also, appreciation goes to Esther Oka and her team for giving us the pigeon segment of the morning show. Appreciation to the master control operator Meshach Lazarus and Silas Godgift-Walu. Appreciation to the tech lead John Oyuwale Nuruddin. It was because of their collective efforts that we're be able to give you the transmission that you're able to see us and connect with us out there. We're going to draw the curtains now. Ensure to follow us on other lineup of our programs on Sun TV. Sun TV is a 24 hours TV station that beams signal from Jalingo